Hi guys, my name is Michelle and welcome to my channel. I make time-lapse videos of how I did my paintings. In today's video, I was going to paint a cat. I did a quick sketch directly on the canvas with burnt umber. When it's dried, I painted the first layer of color. Unfortunately, I accidentally deleted the footage, so careless. Anyway, I wanted the painting to have a cuteness feel to it, so I chose to paint the background with a sweet tone of light blue, and the ground was actually slightly pink. I let this layer dry overnight, and for the next layer, I started with the eyes first. Not very sure if you could notice, I was putting in my darkest black on the innermost area of the eyeline, on its two sides and the bottom, and very slightly lighten the black towards the outer area. For the eyelid, because there will usually be some shadow, so there would not be a distinct separation of eyeline as compared to the bottom. There should be a gradual change in tone between the eyeline and the shadow. I mixed some blue and yellow for a greenish blue for the innermost iris, and then gradually faded into a very pale yellow, adding some shadows around the corners as well to give it a more 3D look. Then I painted the reflections with white, but not pure white at this moment. I just wanted to see how it looks with both eyes done, and I'll add in a brighter white after that. I recently started to prepare my canvas with oil primer instead of just acrylic gesso, and it was so nice to paint on, because with an oil primed surface, the paint doesn't get absorbed into the canvas, so the paint glides on effortlessly, and I am able to push the color further. It's fabulous! But that also means when painting things like background, it's very prone to have brush marks and harder to get an even color. I probably should use thicker paint for this situation. This was only my second painting with an oil primed canvas, still on my learning path. In this image, the focus point was small, only the parallel area of the eyes. That's why the body was blurred, completely out of focus. The nose being slightly forward than the eyes was just slightly out of focus. That's what I was trying to achieve here, blurring it out a little. Then it's time for the rest of the fur on its face. We always start from the darkest area, slowly work our way to the lightest. I would add a few strokes of dark fur in the area that's supposed to be white, because it's not 100% white fur in these areas. There would be some dark fur in the bottom layer. By adding a few strokes of dark fur, when we paint the whites lastly, it will look very natural. The body would be out of focus, there's no need to paint individual fur, so I painted in different patches of colors and then just blend the edges together. The reflections on the eyes would not be one same tone of white across the whole eyeball, because the eyeball is not a flat surface. The intensity of light reflections on it would be different as it curves on the eyeball. There should be area with pure white and some area with a grayish white. The fur on the ears, the sides of his face towards the back, the chin, would also be slightly out of focus. So I would paint in the fur and use a dry brush to gently smudge them. The fur on the chin, those on the outermost area would be more in focus than those at the back, so I painted a few strands of clearer fur on the chin. I am not very good in painting the whiskers, so you'll often see me wipe away some paint using another clean brush so that the whiskers look thin. And voila! Here's my cute little kitty. I hope you enjoyed this video. It would really help me if you could give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you like this video. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye!